Greetings, Benjamin J. from BENZTRAINZ with another in the series. Well, back in the shop, as you see. This is that contactor that was worn completely through, so I just want to show you a really simple, easy repair. Now, you notice I've taken the contactor and I've screwed it to a small block of wood. This is a 1/2-inch square dowel. Just poke a little hole in it and use a sheet metal screw or a wood screw. And that captures the contactor so it can't move, and then you can clamp that in a vise. And you don't have to worry about crushing the contactor. So you just get that good and snug, as you see. It's locked nice and solid. So I've taken our old friend, the emery board. You can get these things at Dollar Store or Dollar Tree. And you get a whole stack of them for $1. And you get 2 different kinds. There's probably, I don't know, 20, 25 of them in a package. And all it is emery paper that's glued to a semi-rigid cardboard stick. Makes great sandpaper. Completely disposable. Anyway, just polish these things off. Get down to some fresh copper, as you see. And what we're going to do is fill this with solder. Get this nice and level here. There we go. Like I said, you clamp it to this piece of wood, you don't have to worry about crushing the contactor. And we're going to completely fill these slots with solder. And it's an expedient, but it gives you a spare contactor, and it will last for years. Years and years and years. Anyway, let me get a cloth, hold on. Take some alcohol, spray that off. That gets all the oil and grease off of it. And you can make a fairly decent repair doing this. It's far from perfect, but it's always nice to have a spare contactor. And like I said, in this case, once this is repaired, it will last for years. All right, so our tip is hot on our soldering iron. As you see, pull out some solder, and we'll just start heating this up. And what you want to do is get a puddle started so it actually fills that hole, as you see. All right, there's one side. It only takes a minute to do this. And like I said, this contactor will last forever. It'll last for years anyway. It is an expedient repair, but the thing is, it works. And it gives you a spare contactor made completely out of junk that will run as well as any new contactor. And it will last for years, absolutely for years. And as you see, you have a repaired contactor. Let that cool, and you can put this directly back on a motor, and it's up and running, as you see. You don't have to do anything else to it. It comes out nice and flat, and get it on the rail. And like I said, it won't last forever, but it will last for years. And it's much better than the way it was, because at least now it will run. And that solder it'll take years to wear through it. But as you see, it gives you an instant repair, so you have a spare contactor if you need one. It only takes a minute. Like I said, you just screw it to this block of wood. That way you don't have to run the risk of actually crushing the contactor when you put it in a vise. It's really, really simple. It's an expedient, but it sure does work. And as you saw, it only takes a minute, and this contactor will run, it'll run the rest of my life. I mean, it won't wear out, that's for sure. Not in any reasonable amount of time. It will last for years. Anyway, I just wanted to do a quick video on this. As always, if you have any questions, feel free to drop me an email, benztrains@gmail.com. And as always, thank you for watching.